Hello, hello. So, part of doodling for me, or sketching for that matter, really is about clearing my mind and being more present in the moment. And so, I kept going back and forth if I should include this in the class, and I thought I'm going to include this because it really helps me, and I'm hopeful that it will help you. I love to do what I call mindful doodles, and I have a couple exercises that I like to do. I also do a lot of watercolor meditations where I just paint for the joy of painting. No one sees them, they're just for me. So, this is kind of what a mindful doodle is as well. But I have things in my mind, and I actually have two art therapy books that I will adjust to do for doodling or for just for to practice my art. And so one of them is I call it Boxton. And what that is I will, if I were to do the full page, which I'm not going to, this would be my full page. I'm drawing my full page here. But what I would do is feeling Boxton. Feeling boxed in. All right, so, and I just start drawing squares, and they overlap each other. Some are longer, some are more horizontal. And it's quite all right if my lines don't quite work, because it's not about that. And so I will do this until I feel very comfortable with the composition. And I'm not thinking about the composition, I'm thinking about what feels right to me. And usually when something feels right, the composition follows. That's not always the case, and I am not that kind of artist. But I find that most of the time when I like a composition, it's because I could feel what the artist is feeling. And I want to leave little bits of boxes because that's where I'm going to draw in. But you could also make this into a brusho piece really easily. And I think if you added, made it look more abstract, it would be a really fun abstract painting. But so now I have all these little squares that are connected, and I'm going to now draw in where I think just the little squares. So like there's a little square, here's a little square. And I'll take, if I were to do this just for myself to feel better, I would either continue doing this until I felt better or for 15-ish minutes is usually about it. I don't do much longer than that. Oh, we could go here. And so that is one way. The other peaceful doodle I like to do is I like to draw like a happy memory or something that just makes me happy. I'm going to go ahead and draw another square right here. And so you get this really fun little, almost Art Nouveau piece or abstract piece. Yeah, it's really fun. So another doodle that I like to do just to keep me in the moment or to escape from whatever stresses are in my life is a feeling, a peaceful place. And for this one, I'm actually going to draw a peaceful place, whatever your peaceful place is. And mine is landscape usually. So here's my paper. And I'm going to draw the waves and the ocean, maybe the clouds. So here's my sand. I'm going to kind of go like this because I want my waves to. And I'm just using my hand like I would. And I know that the ocean kind of when you get further out, you almost don't even have those lines anymore. And then maybe I would add some of that depth with my micron pen. And maybe I'll add some more like this. And I'm really just sketching the scene. And maybe you have a better way of sketching the beach than I do, but I'm really kind of liking that. And now for the sand, maybe I'll add some grass right here because I think grass is also very peaceful. I don't want a lot of grass, but it would be nice to have a little bit of grass. And then I'm just going to add the clouds. And then if I really love it, I could always add Brescio to it to just add the sky and the ocean and the sea. But those two things really help my mind to just calm down. I'm in a much peaceful, happier place. And now I can begin my art and I can begin using my Brescio. I'm in my right frame of mind to create art. And so that's why I love these mindful doodles. And so I hope you give those a try. There's a lot of other ones out there. Feel free to reach out to me. The book that I like to use is called 250 Techniques for Art Therapy. And then the Mindful Doodle Book. There's actually a Mindful Doodle art book from an art therapist that I used. And I adapted both of these from that book, but they both kind of derived from that book. So I will give you the reference for those books in the comments, in the description, the YouTube description. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon.